Sir, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for doing this.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, welcome everybody to another lecture presentation on our world. I think this is already the third installment in this series that we're jointly doing with EBS, Educational Broadcasting System. It's a great pleasure to have our friend from Morocco to do the presentation. You know, I've actually visited Morocco once.
Great.
And I actually visited Essaouira.
Perfect. Gnawa Festival? Did you go there?
Not the festival itself, but I used to work for UNESCO.
Okay.
So it was one of UNESCO heritage, the castle, where they had filmed the Orson Welles' famous Othello there. If I remember correctly, right?
You are familiar with
I'm familiar with Morocco, at least that part of it.
Right.
So it was a beautiful country.
Thank you.
Food was incredible.
We'll show some of them.
Yes. And I wish I hope to have another chance to visit sometime soon. But unfortunately, it's not nearly as well known to Koreans but I hope this would be a great opportunity for Koreans to really familiarize themselves with your beautiful and very important country. And I very much look forward to your presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Comme si je n'existais pas. Elle est passée à côté de moi. Sans un regard, reine de Saba. J'ai dit Aïcha, prends-tu pour toi. Aïcha, Aïcha.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to thank so much the Asan Center for giving me such a great chance to present my country to Korean young people and also to the larger Korean audience. I'm also thankful to EBC for being a partner in this program. It's really a great effort being done here in Korea, first of all, to promote the image of Korea as a modern country, open to the world, and also to give Koreans a chance to know other cultures through this program. So for me, it's an outstanding opportunity to talk to you about one of the countries that is as old as Korea. So Morocco, as you may know, I know a lot of you, Morocco is for you kind of a mystery. So today we'll try to demystify the mystery and make you close to Morocco. So Morocco happens to be in the most western part of Africa. It's in North Africa. It's bordered in the east by Algeria, in the south by Mauritania, in the north by the Mediterranean Sea, and in the west by the Atlantic Ocean. It's a very strategic location because we are very close to Europe. It's like half an hour by fast boat to the Spanish shores, and it's 14 kilometers physically from Gibraltar. So this strategic position has lured a lot of the colonial power in the past. But Morocco had a very strong army in the old days, since it was a big empire that pushed back all the attempts to invade the country. Our neighbors, they have been all Algeria and Tunisia and Libya, and even Egypt, have been invaded by the Ottoman Empire. And for example, Algeria has been colonized for 315 years by the Ottoman Empire, and then for 30 years, by the French. Morocco has been never colonized, Though in the old days, there are a lot of empires that come to the Moroccan shores, and some of them have settled in different cities, including the Romans, the Carthaginians, the Phoenicians, the Vandals, and a lot of the old civilizations and powers that came to Morocco. Some of them have even the remnants still there. For example, if you go to Fez, close to Fez there is a city called Volubilis, and it's a whole city built by the Roman forces at the time. So this strategic position of Morocco made it in fact a crossroads between three different continents: the European continent, African continent, and also the Arab world, because Morocco at the end of the day is an African, Arab, Mediterranean country. So this kind of variety in the composition, so to speak, or the construction of the national identity of Morocco gives a very unique sense of multiculturalism. So Morocco, there are Berbers, there are Sahrawis, Arabs, Africans. In terms of languages, there are a variety of languages. Arabic is, of course, the official language in Morocco, but the spoken, daily life spoken language is Darija, which is the local dialect. There is also the Amazigh language, which has been institutionalized in the constitution in 2011, and it is now an official language like Arabic. And Tamazight or Amazigh has different varieties. You find Tashlhit in the eastern part of Morocco, and Terifit in northeastern part of Morocco as well. And in the mid and high Atlas, there are also other different local dialects. French is not our official language, but it is the first foreign language in Morocco, and it's the language of diplomacy, economy, and administration. Spanish also is widely spoken in the north, because Morocco, at the time of being a protectorate, the French occupied the center of Morocco, but the Spanish occupied the northern part of Morocco and the southern part of Morocco. And like Korea, when this colonial power left Morocco, they left us border problems. And I think Korea has the same issue. So as I said at the beginning, we are two countries that share a lot of things in common. Though we are geographically very distant, I know that about like 13,000 Koreans visit Morocco every year. I hope this number will grow after this presentation. And the problem is that a lot of people have in mind this kind of notion of distance. But today, there are a lot of ways to allow Koreans to go to Morocco and also Moroccans to come to Korea, because this rich and unique culture you have here is really worth seeing. And this is what we do as an embassy. We try to promote this kind of exchange between Korea and Morocco. So this is the dynasty, the Alawite dynasty that ruled Morocco since 1664. And you can see here the traditional attire that all the sultans and kings have been wearing throughout. This is the father of the current king, King Hassan II. We call him like the genius, among all these kings, because he happened to rule Morocco in a very tough moment. I'll talk to you about this later on. So this is Muhammad V, the liberator, so to speak, of Morocco. He passed away in 1960, and after him his son Hassan II came to power, who also passed away in 1999. And we have this handsome, beautiful, young man ruling the country now, King Mohammed VI, who is really very much loved by all Moroccans because he has a new vision for the country, and he is leading Morocco towards a lot of economic prosperity and stability. And Morocco in the region today, despite the aftermath of the Arab Spring and what it did in the region, Morocco made the exception for different reasons. Though people have come to the street to voice their grievances and to ask for democratic reforms, the country remains very safe, stable, and secure. And that gave an example, to other countries about how to change within continuity and within stability, and without causing this radical, abrupt changes that most of the time cause a lot of trouble and a lot of chaos for countries. So this is the currency of Morocco in the old days and the new currency. So if you go to Morocco, I mean, don't be mistaken. So if you buy things in the old Medina in the markets, you have to know that you have to bargain. I mean, there are no fixed prices. You guys can be sold like, look, you can buy a rag, $2,000 while it's worth like $1,000. You have to be careful when you are in the markets. So you are gonna bargain, and you gotta know, I mean, all these currencies to have a sense of what you are doing in the country. So as I said, Morocco geographically is very diverse. So you can find the snow in the high Atlas Mountains. You can find also the plains and the green spaces. Beaches, Morocco stretches over like 3,500 kilometers of coastline. So, I mean, definitely you will see a lot of beautiful beaches throughout the country. And of course you have the desert, the Sahara, the southern provinces of Morocco. It's a desert place where you find like nomads, people who have been there forever. I mean, this is a reminder of the caravans in the old days that link Morocco, Asia, and Africa. And Morocco was considered a main trade route by then, and this is why it attracted a lot of colonial powers. This is as I said, the Berbers are the original inhabitants of Morocco, and this is an example of the attire that was used in the past, worn by these women. Beautiful jewelry, very simple clothes. This is a Moroccan Jewish artisan. So Jewish people in Morocco, I mean, have a very long history. I mean, they were there before the Arabs. And unfortunately, I mean, when Israel was created, in fact, the King Mohammed V, despite the pressure from the Vichy government in France, has supported these Jewish people to go to Israel. But they have remained very much faithful to the country. And today, around 50,000 Jewish people come to Morocco every year to visit their homes, their families. And a lot of Moroccans go to Israel also to renew their connections with their relatives in Israel. And in Morocco today, there is like a thriving Jewish community, around 5,000. But around the world, all the Jews that have Moroccan origin are very loyal and very faithful to Morocco, and they project a very good picture about the country, an image, not a picture, an image of religious tolerance, coexistence, and cohabitation. So this is like an old picture of a Berber woman, and this is a new picture. So you can see almost the same jewelry, the same attire, and we are really very proud of this Berber culture. And today, a lot of institutions that teach the Amazigh language and teach also, the culture of the Berbers who have been forever in Morocco. Today, they have intermingled. Not today. I mean, since the Arabs came to Morocco, there were a lot of mixed marriages, and they could intermingle and form one solid, I would say, society. And they are very proud of their Moroccan national identity. So this is also some samples of the jewelry of the Berbers. You can see some rags on the handmade. And in the Moroccan, we call them souks. They are little markets like in all the Medinas. Mr. President, you have been to Morocco. If you go to Sawira, you will find this little small alleys, and there are these shops and these markets that sell all the artifacts and the artisanal work made by different people. And each region has its own specificities, in terms of jewelry, in terms of attire, in terms of food. It's a very diverse and rich cultural heritage that we have in Morocco. This is the Sahara, and this is the Sahrawis. They have also this rich culture. You see tents. They still, some of them prefer to live in tents, not in houses, in the dunes. And you see here the sample of Sahrawis. women Sahrawis who wear this is what we call the mlahfa, and this is the draiya in the Sahara. Tea is a ritual in Morocco. I mean, it's like we drink tea 3 times or 4 times a day. So it is part of the cultural life of Morocco. If you go to Morocco, never miss the opportunity to go south, because you will experience this camel riding experience, and you will see also, I mean, this beautiful, I mean, dunes and oases in the Sahara that basically forms a main component of this rich, diversified, and unique Moroccan culture. You have here also different aspects of the attire, as I said, of the dress of the Moroccans. I mean, and each dress represents a region in Morocco. So Morocco is not only Casablanca and Marrakesh and Fez and Tangier, it's also the high Atlas Mountains, the mid-Atlas Mountains, the entire Atlas Mountains. It's the eastern part of Morocco, the Sahara, and each region is diversified, and each region has its own particularities, as I said, in terms of eating, in terms of dressing, in terms also of the social life they lead. This is the written, what is called Tafinach, I mean the Amazigh language, and this is Arabic. As I said, I mean the mother tongue and the official language is Arabic, but Morocco is a multilingual society. Besides being multicultural and multi-ethnic, it's a multilingual society. So if you happen to be in Casablanca, you will hear like Arabic, French, and English the same day. If you go like south, you will hear the Hassaniya, spoken by the nomadic tribes and the Sahrawis. If you go, for example, east, you will hear a different dialect. So multilingualism is a main characteristic of the country. So here you have like churches, synagogues, and mosques, and this is the symbol of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. And these 3 monolithic religions have been living together in Morocco forever. Apart from these religions, in the old days before the Islam came to Morocco, a lot of people were pagans. I mean, they had no religion. But Islam had a very strong influence on the tradition, and it has survived and cohabited with all these 3 religions in perfect harmony. Today we have a thriving, as I said, Jewish community in Morocco. We have a huge Christian community in Morocco, and we have also Muslims who form like around or constitute around like 99% of the population. The king of Morocco is the commander of the faithful. He is not the commander of Muslims, and this makes a big difference. The faithful means the people who believe in different religions. So he is the guarantor of the security and religious peace among the constituents of the Moroccan nationality. And whenever something like happens to Moroccan national interests, all the believers, all Moroccans from different religions come together as one. And this is also another characteristic of Morocco. Here I want to show you the traditional dress of Morocco. It's called the jalaba. If you go to Morocco, for example to Marrakesh or to Fez, you will find a lot of these jalabas. So don't miss the opportunity to buy one. It's not that much expensive. And you see here, I mean, it's a traditional dress that comes throughout generations. You see young people wearing it, old people, and it's a dress that is worn basically during festivities and national days and religious feasts. This is our princess, Lalla Salma. I mean, I just put her picture here just to show you what we call the kaftan in Morocco, which is also a traditional dress of Morocco. It's very beautiful. You can see these diversities. Of course, the princess wears very expensive clothes, but there are a lot of varieties of prices. So you can find cheap ones as well as expensive ones. And the princess of Morocco gives really a very good image of the country She is everywhere. She participates in goodwill deeds in Morocco, and also she takes part in different actions outside the country, and she projects an image of Morocco that is enjoying, first of all, equality among men and women, and also enjoys like this kind of visionary perspective. That gives the country a prominent place among all the other Arab countries who are seen, from the Western point of view, as relegating women to a second rows place. But in Morocco, that's not the case. Women have a very prominent position, not only like in the royal family, but also throughout the society. Women are ministers, they are in the parliament, they are doctors, they are, everywhere. And of course, we consider them as a major component of our society, because half the population is women. And if you exclude this half from all the development projects, of course, you will lose a lot. And that's why in Morocco, the constitution and the family code gives a lot of rights and privileges to women. And I think the same thing here in Korea. Women have a prominent place. They are really very much respected. And you have a president who is woman. So this is a big message, not only to Koreans, but also to the outside world. So I would love to invite you to these dishes, but just a picture. By the way, you are more than welcome to visit us in the embassy. We can organize parties for you guys. With all these beautiful dishes. You see here, this is my favorite dish, the couscous. So you can eat, there are a couple of restaurants around the Etowan area. The couscous is the most famous. It's most famous not because it is delicious, but because it represents really this diversity and this fine Moroccan cuisine. So it's made of the Berber stuff along with the Arab spices, and also has some African influence. So it is basically the most famous dish in Morocco, and it's served basically on Friday. Every Friday, Moroccan families have couscous, and everybody come from wherever he is, to join the family for a big couscous meal. Along with the couscous, there is tagine. I'm sorry, I cannot really, I'm too bad in cooking. I know how to eat, obviously, but I don't know how to cook. So, as you see, there are a couple of dishes that are very delicious. As you see here, the pastries, tea, spices. So Moroccan cuisine is one of the finest, literally in the world. It's ranked second after the French cuisine, and it's really one of the best cuisines in the world. And if you go to Morocco, you will be surprised how much tourists love the Moroccan cuisine. Here, there are a lot of artifacts and artisanal works. If you go to the imperial cities, we call them imperial cities because they have been there since the 8th, 9th, and 10th centuries. For example, Marrakesh and Fez and Meknes are called the imperial cities. And in all the imperial cities, you can find these little shops in what we call souk, or the market, where you can buy all these artifacts. They are beautiful, amazing, and they give basically a new look to any home where they are put. Here is the interior design of the what we call Moroccan riads. It's the old houses in the old medinas of Fez and Marrakesh and Meknes. And as you can see, each interior has a particular design and also a particular furniture. And this, of course, the internal design of Moroccan houses are all beautiful, because Moroccans tend to be people who care a lot for their interior, because it's an intimate place where all the family comes together. The external facades are not that beautiful, But in any Moroccan house, the interior is really something that reflects, first of all, the hospitality of the Moroccan people, the rich culture they have, and also the sense of privacy that they preserve. Here, I mean, the major cities in Morocco, as you see, Marrakesh, Casablanca, Rabat, Essaouira, Meknes, and Tangier. And the city of Casablanca is very known for two major events. The first event is 1943, the meeting of the Allied forces that bring together Winston Churchill and Roosevelt in Casablanca to meet with the king. And that was close to the end of the Second World War. So that meeting was very critical in putting a strategy to fight against Nazi Germany, which by then conquered France. And the second event that makes Casablanca known is the movie Casablanca, which the white and black movie that was an Academy Award winner for the Best Picture in 1943. And when you hear Morocco, I mean, here in Asia or in different parts of the world, you say Casablanca, the movie, not the city. Other big cities, Marrakesh, major tourist destination, known for its big riads, luxury hotels, and also historical sites, because that city was built like in the 10th century. So it's a city with a lot of history, very rich and unique. Rabat is the capital of Morocco. It's also one of the oldest cities in Morocco. It's a capital like Seoul, where you find a lot of administrations and ministries. It's not really a lot of fun to visit Rabat. You can visit other cities, for example, Tangier at the corner here, I mean, which is like, as I said, 30 minutes from Spain, and where you can enjoy the beautiful Mediterranean weather. And also, Tangier was in the past an international city and is famous for its old houses and old Medina. Essaouira, Mr. President was there, so it's a city. Today it's known for the Gnawa Festival, which is one of the best festivals in the world. And the Gnawa music is a mixture of African, Arab music, and it gives this country an international reputation as a city that, of course, bring together all people. And the person who organized the Gnawa Festival, if you happen to know him, Mr. President, is Andre Azoulay. He is a Moroccan Jew who is the economic advisor of the king. He lives in this city, and there are a lot of Jewish people living in Essaouira, which is, in fact, a living testimony or witness of how Moroccans, I mean, come together as one when it comes to religious tolerance. As I told you before, these are the remnants of the old empires that were in Morocco. You see here the city of Volubilis, built by the Roman Empire, and I mean it's one of the major historical sites in Morocco that stands again as a witness of this old and rich country. Here, the old Medinas of different countries, the palace in Rabat. I mean, and you can see here what is important in these pictures is the architecture and the doors that represent really that rich historical heritage that Morocco inherited from the diverse dynasties that have been in the country. Here, of course, you have these beautiful architectural works, and most of the old cities, imperial cities in Morocco, are walled cities, and this wall were used in the past to defend the cities against the invasions or the attacks from enemy forces. Here, a variety of pictures showing different places in Morocco. I mean, as you can see, the walls, the old walls, the Asan minaret in Rabat. This is the tramway in Rabat. linking the cities of Rabat and Sali. And there are other beautiful pictures of the country. Here again, I mean, this gives you an idea about the old Medinas with their alleys. I mean, this is one of the best small cities in Morocco called Chefchaouen, with its little alley. All the city is painted blue. I mean, this is also a characteristic of Morocco. If you go to Marrakesh, you will be surprised to see all the houses and all the Medina painted light red. Here, it's I mean, its city is known for a color. It's blue in Chefchaouen. For example, the Tétouan is white, and so on and so forth. This is the modern Morocco with all its infrastructure and new buildings. Casablanca, Rabat, Tangier, and different other beautiful cities. And these are samples of the musical festivals that are organized in Morocco. This is the International Film Festival, one of the best festivals in the world. And Korea was the honorary guest of this festival in 2009. Essaouira Festival, Gnawa Festival, again, one of the most famous festivals in the world. This is Tan Jazz, which is a jazz festival. Mawazin in Rabat, again, which brings along the best artists in the world. And of course, you can see some film festivals. Famous movies that were shot in Morocco. Personally, I love Gladiator, and I guess all of you know Gladiator. Alexander the Great, I mean, Body of Lies, Prince of Persia. All these movies have been shot in Morocco, and the city of Ouarzazate is known for its international studio that attracts a lot of producers to come to Morocco to shoot their movies. This is again, I was asked to present two of the main figures in Morocco or in Korea that I think represents best this culture. My hero is King Asan II, who passed away in 1999, because to my sense, he came to power in a very difficult timing. His father died like in 1960, and he was very young king at the age of 32. He has to bring a country that is torn by, first of all, the different forces, opposing forces, the Liberation Army, leftist parties who wanted actually to push Morocco to the Eastern Bloc, and also he survived a lot of coups d'etats. The main one of them happened in 1971, 1972, and he fought a war to keep the country unified. He fought a war from 1975 to 1990 with a separatist group in the south, and he really is a genius in terms of politics, because despite all these obstacles, he kept Morocco unified and gave, his son, King Mohammed VI, a Morocco that is reconciled with itself, a Morocco where all its forces are working for one objective, to keep the country unified and moving forward. My second hero is this lady, Nawal Al-Mutawakkil, who was the first Arab African woman to win a medal in the Olympic Games in Los Angeles in the US in 1984. And today she is the vice president of the International Olympic Committee. She represents that kind of Moroccan women that were not really emancipated, and in the 2000, for example, women in Morocco have played a role in the development of the country throughout its history. And this woman represents the bright, I would say, image of Moroccan women, and we are really very proud of her. And there are a lot of women like her, artists, athletes, painters, doctors, who really make the pride of Morocco, so to speak. My third hero is this lady, Nawal Al-Mutawakkil, who was the first Arab African woman to win a medal in the Olympic Games in Los Angeles in the US in 1984. And today she is the vice president of the International Olympic Committee. She represents that kind of Moroccan women that were not really emancipated, and in the 2000, for example, women in Morocco have played a role in the development of the country throughout its history. And this woman represents the bright, I would say, image of Moroccan women, and we are really very proud of her. And there are a lot of women like her, artists, athletes, painters, who really make the pride of Morocco, so to speak. Psi is in fact a symbol of the new generation of Koreans. He is also a symbol of the very bright and effective public diplomacy that Korea leads. K-pop, Hallyu, and this Korean wave are like, giving Korea a very prominent place in the world. As I said, thanks to Psi, Korea now is known, at least in Morocco, as a young country looking forward, with its new culture and with the renowned energy that gives the Korean youth a model and a way of life that they really deserve. I think I have come to the end, at least, of these slides. So as I said, Korea and Morocco share a lot of things in common, and we are very proud, to cherish this relation and try to push it forward through different projects. We try to encourage the exchange between our youth, and of course I will encourage you as young Koreans to go to Morocco at least for one semester within these programs of exchange between universities, because in Morocco you will discover two things. First of all, you will be in Africa, because Morocco is an African country, and you will be close to Europe, so you will have a chance to visit two continents at once. I think now it's time to open this session to Q&A, questions and answers, and I'm available to answer any questions you may have. Yes, please.
We just saw so many landscape and cultural background of Morocco, but I wanted to know from you, the official diplomats, what is your best recommendation? Because we just saw so many things, so it is hard to choose one thing if I go to Morocco.
Well, if you go to Morocco, I recommend that you visit the whole country. Well, it's not realistic. It's up to you to choose because, if you love the desert and camel riding and the peaceful atmosphere, you can go to the southern part of Morocco. If you like skiing and mountain climbing, you go to the Atlas Mountains and to Mishlifen, which is one of the best skiing stations in the world. If you like the beach, beautiful beaches, you can go to Tangier, for example, or to Agadir, or to El Jadida, or to Saidia in the eastern part of Morocco. If you like, the warm weather and the luxury of an old civilization and pure Moroccan traditions, you can go to the center of Morocco, to Fez, for example, which is one of the imperial cities, one of the oldest cities in the world, where there is no beach, no desert, but it's culturally rich because there are a lot of things to see, the remnants of the old civilizations. You can go also to Marrakesh, which is one of the beautiful cities in the world and one major tourist destination. Or you can go to Essaouira to see this melting pot where Jewish people, Muslims, Christians, Africans, Arabs, and Mediterraneans come together to project a very good image of this coexistence in this beautiful city of Essaouira. And if you like music, there are a lot of festivals around the year in Morocco. If you are a fan of movies, you can go to the film festival in Marrakesh or different film festivals throughout the country. So what I recommend is that you pack up your thing and go to Morocco, and there you will have ample choices. And this is an invitation for all of you, because as I say, Morocco is not only, if you go to Morocco, you will not feel that you are in Africa yet because of the light, skin we have. We are not black skinned, but still we are a pure African country with roots in Africa. But as the late king said, we breathe the air of Europe, so we're very close to Europe. So we're an African, Mediterranean, Arab country, and this diversity attracts a lot of tourists. Please.
Hello. First of all, thank you for your presentation. And I think I heard that you mentioned there is the female minister in Morocco, and I want to know how many women politicians are working in the political fields in Morocco, and what ratio women are taking in terms of public officers.
Well, as I said, throughout the governments that have been serving in Morocco, in each government there is like a high percentage of women as ministers. In the current government, I cannot really count how many there are, but there are around 5 or 6 women ministers in the current cabinet. But as I said, women have a very prominent place in society because, they constitute half of the society. So their role is very important in supporting the societal project that Morocco has chosen for itself. Among all the Arab countries, Morocco is unique for this kind of equality among the sexes, females and males, and also for offering all the opportunities to women to be a full stakeholder in the management of Morocco's affairs. So as I said, you find women in the ministries, you find them in all the other institutions, and there is no discrimination whatsoever against them in society. So Morocco, as I said, is a forward-looking country which enjoys a very special status among all the Arab countries. The evidence of this, for example, Morocco has an advanced status within the European Union, has strategic dialogues with all the countries, including the United States and other big powers. And all these countries cannot trust in Morocco and give it this status if Morocco does not abide by the universal rules. One of them is respect of women and also opening all the perspectives before her or in front of her to be a major stakeholder, a major partner in all the development perspectives in the country.
Thank you for your presentation, and I was wondering if you could introduce some of the upcoming important events in Morocco or national holidays in Morocco.
Yeah, well, the very eminent, not national but religious holiday is the what we call Eid al-Adha, or the sacrifice feast, where all the Muslims throughout the world celebrate the Abrahamic tradition of sacrificing a sheep, to God. So next Sunday and Monday it's a holiday for us here in Seoul and for Moroccans back home, because it's a beast, one of the most reverend, religious feasts in the country. For events, there are a lot of exchanges of visits between Morocco and Korea, and we are expecting some high-level visits to Korea during October and November, and also some high dignitaries from Korea will visit Morocco in December, and we really are very proud of this kind of exchange between the two countries. And thank you so much for being here today. I really enjoyed talking to you. I hope we may have other occasions to talk about other issues. Today we talked only about culture, but your questions were very rich. You provoked this very good questions on politics and on governance, and I'm happy to see all these young Koreans interested in my country. Of course, it's an open invitation to go to Morocco, either as tourists or within exchange programs. We have 2 Moroccans here, who have come to Korea through these exchange programs. We have Dr. Bouchikhi, who had his PhD from Sogang University in Korea. He's a good example of a Moroccan who came here for school, and is really representing his country the right way. And we have a new student, and there are a couple of Moroccan students who come to Korea within these exchange programs. So we encourage you guys, to go to Morocco within this exchange programs to discover this country, that is, as I said, geographically far away, but culturally very close to you. And you are welcome anytime to visit us at the embassy if you want any kind of information on Morocco or any kind of help when you plan in the future to visit our country. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you. 감사합니다.